frees your heart. It's no longer the same. 'Cause it's full apart and it frees your heart. It's no longer the same. We need to get up
Hello, happy Wednesday, everyone. Rigonia, hello, thank you so much for joining. I thought you had a stream earlier today. And Desire, hello, thank you so much for joining again. You guys have been having a swell week so far. Happy hump day, and looking forward to the weekend, I guess. That's... It's been... I don't know, I think realistically speaking, like... I stayed up till I want to say like 4 or 5 a.m. This morning, I guess, because I was just having like a really late night work session with friends, and I was just drawing. We were just having fun and just chatting and everything. But I had coffee at like probably like 11 p.m. or something and onwards. So I always feel like caffeine doesn't have an effect on me, and I don't know. I never really feel like a distinct effect. So I don't know if yesterday I wasn't able to sleep because of the caffeine, or because I had like a couple of bad feels over this past week. Max Black Cat, hello, thank you so much for joining. And I did stream and got another at 5. Oh, dang! Is it like a double stream today? But yes, looking forward to it. Puglie Toaster, yes! My roly-poly doughy. I'm so happy with my recent designs, like this one, and also my hoodie that has like the Licky Puglie saying hi, and just like the big face one. I'm really happy to kind of, in a way, finally wear my own merch. Not that nothing ever stopped me before, but I'm very happy with the styles that I came up with now. Coffee late at night, chaos. It just tastes so good, you know. But I should probably opt for decaf. Absolutely. You stream twice on Wednesdays. Oh my god. Okay, swell. Also, hold up 1 second. Is this how I do it? Also, I haven't tested a replacement yet for a second browser on my computer, so that's why if sometimes I'm looking down, it's because my iPad is working as my second computer. But if you guys don't know, Rigonia is also a amazing illustrator, just like beautiful works, vibrant, and just packs a punch with every single illustration. So if you want to check them out, and also, maybe hop off my stream at 5 p.m. just to go check out what she's doing. Definitely go give her a follow and lots of love. But guys, let's work on, I think, like the final thing to finish off the Sticker Society for this month, and I'll update you guys on, I think, what's been really bumming me out this week. So cool, thanks for the shout out as always. You're sweet person. Thank you. Too kind. That little pop-up is so cool, right? I would recommend it to you if I remembered what it was. It's been so long since it's not been so long since I've streamed, but because I haven't done any like back-end updates for so long, I've forgotten what connections I have. So if you're interested in that little pop-up, after stream I can figure out what website or whatever I got, and I can tweet it at you if you want. But first, let's move on over to the Choo-Choo-Chooses YOU Puglie. This is going to be, I think I've decided that this is going to be the last design in the sticker society that's all kind of revolving around love and Valentine's Day. And I think I'm just like cinching up what the sticker and card design's gonna be. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do like I put you. My question for I guess myself is, should I hand draw the text, which I feel like just because of how jank it is, maybe I should. Like, that's part of the charm, right? That it looks so hand drawn. The Karen, hello, thank you so much for joining. Good to see you again. How are you? I am doing I'm doing all right. At this moment, I'm doing all right. I'm just taking it a little chill because I didn't sleep too well last night, and the beginning of this week has been a little bit of a bummer, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with all of you, and I got to draw a lot of really cute Puglies for this time around. Oh, I wish I could. So another thing that I realized is that my Google Drive app doesn't work with my computer anymore, my laptop. So I can't, on the whim, pull up files anymore. Dang it. I don't know, this week has been a little bit of a challenge. Every single day has been a little bit of me playing catch up, but we can get through this and we'll figure things out. I love your sweater. It's a pretty color. I hope you get some more rest in the next few days. Thank you so much. Also, yes, I'm very happy with this color. It's called Dusty Rose, and I don't know, it's just, I personally rarely see this type of color out and about, and so I'm really happy with it. And, yes, I'm looking forward to, I don't know, pacing myself a little bit better, figuring things out throughout the rest of the week, and also wrapping up this. I'm so happy with the designs I created for this month's Sticker Society. I still need to make a post about it. I'm a little bit late, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. So I'm gonna swivel you guys this way, and feel free to go grab some food, grab some drinks, grab some coffee. This is not coffee necessarily. It's a hojicha latte, so I don't know how much caffeine is in it, but it tastes good. Stay hydrated. Open up your favorite drawing pad or book or whatever, and let's get started. And also, I need to resync my tablet. I keep forgetting I need to do that nowadays because something messed up. I feel like my streaming time on this laptop is a little bit limited. I feel like I might have to move over to my iMac a little sooner than later, but we'll see. Store successful. You're showing up. Good stuff. I'll figure it out later. I'm packing some orders. Hey, nice. Make some sales. We'll be drawing along with you. You're such a cutie. Thank you. But yes, let's design this card. And let's chat. Let's catch up. If you guys wanna share how your day has been, how your week has been, I'm more than happy to, let's just chit chat. So, I think the thing that really bummed me out this start of the week is, my girlfriend stumbled upon this like TikTok that was blowing up, and it's made by this like animator that's like an online animator. So he has like a TikTok and YouTube and everything. And it's based off of this trend. The soundbite is like, "Let me do it for you," and it's of like that little oh, is it the TikTok person? Yeah. It's based on the trend of like those really, I forgot what they're called. I think they start with a B, but like they have really long noses, and the trend is like the soundbite that says, what did you say, B? Borzoi? Borzoi? Yeah, there we go. Borzoi dogs, yeah. And the soundbite is like, "Let me do it for you," and it's of the dog reaching in with its like really long nose and going like depths deep into a Pringles can to get like the last Pringle kind of thing. So that's basically the trend. And this this animator decided to do a version with a pug, and of course the design just looks like it's so heavily inspired by Puglie. I saw you mentioning it on Instagram. Yeah, I don't know, I have a feels bad. I'm also human. Like, I'm sorry, I got this, like, so this was the second thing. This person on Twitter just, like, would not let it go about how much they negatively view me and stuff. And, like, it's not that I'm affected by that in particular. It's just, like, they are representation of the type of people that would, like, not care. Because they'll see things like Puglie and be like, oh, it's a pug. Like, it's a simple drawing. How can you say that your style is unique or that your Puglie is unique? And it's like, you know, I have my own truth, which is I have a literal sketchbook of like 2-3 pages of how I designed Puglie, like the face, the proportions, the types of shapes that I use, and everything, and the way I stylize my line art and stuff. That's very me. That's how I refined Puglie to become how simple he is. And I don't expect everyone to understand that. But they are the representation of the type of people that I would probably get if I made this even more public. So, were you able to get in touch with them? I have not. I think later today I'm gonna look up their YouTube. I'll try to DM them on YouTube. I'm gonna try to look for their email and just like reach out to them. I've commented on their TikTok. I've also DM'd them on Instagram, and I haven't seen any responses, and they haven't read my DM, which, in all fairness, they probably have a lot of notifications, so I get it. Bloopters, hello, thank you so much for joining! Oh my god, I tagged you in that on TikTok. I said Puglie's twin or what? Yeah, and I responded, right? Wow, that's rude. It's Puglie, then he turns into Puglie. Yeah, like, honestly, if that animator, artist, dude, just, like, right off the bat made, drew Puglie, you know, like, with the dot eyes and everything, and the, like, even if he had the neck roll, it would have been completely fine. I honestly think it would absolutely be completely fine. I would have no issue with it. I'd be like, cute pug, kind of thing. But the initial pug that came into frame at the very start of the animation, like, I don't know, there's no better way that I can show it than to actually just show it. So this entire time I have not revealed, I haven't tagged them, I haven't shouted them, I haven't, like, written their name or whatever. Like, if you stumble upon the TikTok, as some people naturally have, and have also tagged me in it, then, like, I think that's fair. But in no way, shape, or form did I try to, like, you know, call out this person and send a mob or whatever. But it's just, like, it's something that bothered me. Like, this is literally my character. This is my baby. And I've been doing Puglie for 8 years. I've had Puglie stolen left and right from, like, you know, Redbubble thieves to bigger corporations to, of course, the whole NFT time. So, like, I've been through it. And unfortunately for me, it just never gets easier. So, here, I'll give you guys a little show and tell, I guess. So this is the screen cap that I took. I tried to, like, really crop it so, like, you don't see anything else. Again, if you saw the original TikTok, then you would know. But, like, I literally placed the Puglie that I'm pretty sure was, like, heavily referenced. And also, this Puglie is a pretty popular GIF because it's free on Giphy. And I just like it's the proportions. It's the thing. See, this is the thing I try to explain, which is like it's everything as a whole. Like it's a pug character with these like rough proportions of like nose to like the midsection or like a quarter section of the eye. Because again, I created these proportions. It's these eyebrows, and then like the rough length of the ear, or even this like an ear being like this kind of oval and stuff. And again, these are simple shapes. It's just how these simple shapes are put together, right? It's all these things, and then the real like cherry on top is what I feel is like this type of line art, like where it's broken lines with dash and dots. And I went into like this like deep dive CSI enhanced like montage where I went through all types of their previous artwork, and they also do a broken line artwork, except all of their broken lines are just a long dash. It's either a long dash or nothing at all. And I know this. See, I battle with this a lot because I know the gravity of like making these types of accusations, and again, I don't want to deal with people that are as obtuse as the person that like really came at me. But like, you either cherry pick the things and look at everything in a vacuum to come up with your reasoning to come at me, or your eyes are just, I don't know what's up. But I really question, like, am I picking at straws here? And I'm like, I honestly don't think so, because when you look at everything as a whole and then the small details that kind of really cinch it, it's like, yeah. kind of drawing Pussycat and saying, what? It's a generic cat, right? Like, I get it. We make simple shapes. We as artists simplify things. That's how we make iconic characters. But just because they're simple doesn't mean that they didn't have time put into them. I mean, he could have drawn a pug in the style of like Gemma Corell, or like Piggy, or Piggy the Pug, or any other cartoon pug. There's so many ways to draw pugs in a simplistic manner. And it ended up looking like this. And it could be pure happenstance, for real. It could be pure happenstance, but I haven't been able to contact them. I haven't been able to have a conversation with them at all, so yeah. It looks so similar. The color and design are so similar. Like, even the eyebrows, yeah, yeah. It's pretty exactly copied. When it's all the same elements together, it is when it's copied. Yeah, I feel that. And I don't know, I don't want to show. There's a special place in hell for the bloopers. Like, and I don't know. At this point, when it comes to this, I always want to give the artist the benefit of the doubt. As upset as I am, I want to give the artist the benefit of the doubt. Like, of course, maybe he saw Puglie. Like, he doesn't know it's Puglie. He's just seen Puglie as GIFs shared everywhere. Maybe he Googled Pug cartoon and looked at him as a reference. Which, in this day and age, you would feel like, as another artist, you would kind of know that everything is made by someone. How easy it is to track that someone down is another question. But yeah, I've sincerely tried. And I'm gonna try again today to reach out to them. Just to get their side of the story, to something. Vanilla Sherry, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And sorry you tuned in at a point where I'm just like talking about being a bummer. But yeah, it's just, yeah, that really, so, yippee, thank you, Yuge. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, so that pretty much bumped me out. I guess at the beginning of the week, and at first I don't know. I just ranted about it on Twitter. Again, I said the situation as I knew it. I expressed how bummed out I was. I showed the side by side, and then I just kind of left it at that. And then I got this one person that just like wouldn't let it go. And honestly, if they're watching my stream or I don't know, trying to find like gotchas for me, then like this is your gotcha. But yeah, it was a wild time because they were so adamant on defending the artist that I was quote unquote calling out. And to be honest, that's fair. I am totally okay with you feeling like, hey, you don't see the similarities or you don't see that it's copied or whatever, and you're adding your 2 cents. But I honestly feel like there's a much kinder way to go about it. But this person just like kind of went real hard, real fast because they thought I was being like, this was a bad look for me that I posted this picture, and then this is like to quote. They mentioned how I posted my sad pug next to this artist's pug as reference, and then they were just like, they kept repeating how they look upon me negatively because of like this, like making this comment public, and that I don't have proof that that the artist copied from me. Like, where's the proof? And I'm like, the proof I'm providing is the side by side. Like, I don't know what else you're expecting. And then they're like, well, you gotta prove that they copied from you. So like, you gotta prove that, like, you know, do they follow you? Have they ever liked your post? Have they ever commented on your post? And I'm like, buddy, I know a lot of artists' work, and I know who the artist is, but I've never been compelled to follow them. I've never been compelled to like send a like on social media, and I've never been compelled to comment. There's a lot of content out there. I don't need to like interact with everything, and I just sometimes in passing, especially in this day and age where algorithms just show you stuff even when you're not following it. It's like, oh yeah, I've seen this a couple of times. I know the person. So it's wild. And then at some point, where I think they really so here's the thing. Throughout the entire conversation, I just saw what was happening, and oh my god, bro, that's literally Puglie's design in the TikTok videos. I know, Sherry, like, I know. It's I'm trying to hope that it's completely, you know, naivete, happenstance, because they give credit to the original animator of the trend, so I'm kind of hoping like, oh, maybe when they realize like, oh, Puglie's made by another small artist, they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware. I'd be totally down to give you, give you a little shout out or credit on my descriptions. Like, all I'm not asking you to take down the video at all. I just want you to edit the description to just give me a little shout, like initial pug design by Puglie Pug or something. That's all. And if he wants to create a pug character from then on, I just ask like, yeah, just go with the dot eyes. I don't care. But yeah, at some point in the argument, they were like, they mentioned how if I made this public post without giving the person 2 weeks to respond, then I am like super bad. Because what if this artist is dealing with weather that is destroying homes? 2 weeks? Yeah, right? Like, bruh, like, tell me Tell me you don't know social media without telling me you don't know social media. Like 2 weeks in social media time is like it's gone. And that's a lifetime in social media. Ooh, that person sounds like a jerk. Like they really came across as that, and no matter how many times, Mel, hello, thank you so much for joining. All you asking is for some credit. You're asking for the bare minimum. I know, I'm not asking for any compensation or anything. The only compensation I am asking for is like edit your description of an old post that is blowing up that honestly no one's gonna read, but it's the principle of it. It's just like this feeling of mutual respect as an artist, right? So then, yeah, they're like, what if the artist is dealing with weather that is destroying homes? And at that point, I'm like, okay, first of all, you asked me to give them 2 weeks to respond to something, so you don't know how social media works. Second, how is that my issue? How is it my issue? Like, oh no, what if that artist is, God forbid, like, I don't know, got into a car accident, or, had a family issue or whatever. It's like that's besides the point. What if I'm dealing with a lot and this TikTok is really pushing me over the edge? Have you thought of that? Like, and of course the really simple truth is me responding, well, they did post the part 2 of the animation today and they haven't responded to me, so I'm gonna assume their home is fine. Like, I didn't say that last part, but like, it's inferred, and of course the person didn't really respond directly back to that comment, so there's that. And so this entire time, this person is just telling me how this is a bad look for me. They've really like lost. They're essentially trying to tell me that they've lost respect for me. They've never followed me. Like, as far as I can tell, they've never followed me. I don't even know where they came from. They probably saw an artist that they do follow like my comment and just like decided to chime in. And this entire time, I'm saying like, that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to support me. You don't have to like me. Your comment is valid. I accept that. I accept that you don't see the similarities, and that's okay. But, this is my truth. I'm human. I created this character, and so I am letting this off my chest. And he just wouldn't let go about how, like, this looks so bad on me. He's lost respect for me. Like, he can't see me in a positive light, and I keep reminding him, like, I'm essentially saying, I don't give a fuck, buddy. Like, move on with your day. So yeah, and then he was stressed about how he feels worse for the artist that I'm calling out, because how would the artist feel when the artist sees that I made such a public comment? And I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe he'll feel as bad as I do right now. Man, Huge always getting stuff stolen. I know. Just lock me in a safe. That's how you know you've reached fame. If the person's home is being destroyed, it take longer than 2 weeks even. Like, I don't know, if the person's home is being destroyed, I don't think posting a TikTok the day before is the way to go about it. But I don't... Maybe their home is being destroyed literally the day after they posted their TikTok. I don't know. What's their TikTok? See, I'm not revealing the artist name. I'm not doing anything of that right now. Not even on stream. Just to give, like, this artist a chance for me and them to communicate and stuff, which is also like the most mind-blowing thing. This person that is coming at me on Twitter is saying that I'm making such a public call out, a public comment on it and everything. And I'm like, buddy, I didn't even mention the name. You can't even reverse, I mean, I don't know if you can reverse image search, but I don't think you can, because I edited the image with my own artwork beside it. And if you're gonna reverse image search what I posted, then you're putting in a lot of effort, which I feel like is more on you than it is on me. But they're like, oh, you made such a public call out. I can't believe this is such a bad look and stuff. And I'm like, hi, is this your first time on the internet? Do you know what a public call out is? I don't know. Oh no, not a part 2. Like, I genuinely think that the idea that they came up with is very cute. I really support them and their idea and everything. I just... Look, it's my design for the first, like, 2-3 seconds in an animation, and all I want is just a nod back, you know? I mean, the most likely thing is that they just don't look at comments or messages. Like, man, these internet randos. I mean, that's also fair. I mean, I did look around their comments, because I noticed some other people tagging me, and they do go to like some of their comments. Like, you can see on TikTok, it's like, liked by creator or something. But, yeah, I assume with a TikTok that has 6 million views, their notification's probably busted, so I don't hold that against them whatsoever. Some people just like being a troll. I mean, yeah. It's... At this... You know what the real kicker is, though? At this point, it's so hard to tell when someone's being a genuine troll, as in, like, they know better, they're just, like, getting their rocks off being a shitter online, or if they're actually this dense. Because let's be real, we've been surprised with historical events, and it's just, I feel like it's so hard to tell now. I'm really bad at fonts. I should. I'll fix this slowly. But I do really want to give this the hand-drawn treatment, so it, I don't know, it gives to the feel, you know? $4 million likes and 33 million views. Yeah. And I had another artist peer of mine reach out to me last night saying, like, hey, I saw their YouTube and their TikTok. It has, like, this many views. And I feel like maybe you should, you know, YouTube does copyright strikes, and you can also always retract a copyright strike. It's not the most peaceful way to go about it, but if you really wanted to get their attention, I think this would be the best way, because this acquaintance of mine was like, I worry that they're gonna make this Pug character like a staple in maybe future animations or something, because it's blowing up so much. And so, you know, that distracts from Puglie, right? Like, it essentially becomes not, yeah, I don't know. It's just bad feels. So this is what affected my night. No blame to that peer whatsoever. Of course they were looking out for me. It's just, you know, I get really hung up on these things, unfortunately. And sometimes it feels rougher than others, depending on how I feel like Puglie and I are doing. And you know, it's when you see something like this blow up, and I honestly feel entitled to what I feel like was heavily inspired by my creation. Yeah, it really bums me out. If this person is dead, what if this person's hands are made of hot dogs and can only copy other artists' work? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah, it's just, damn, man, like, what, at this, sometimes you wonder, because they keep coming back, and I don't know if I'm not doing a good enough job at ushering, like, there's the door, like, I'm not kicking you out, I'm in my best way possible, I'm trying to cordially usher you to the door, agree to disagree, etc., etc., there's the door. And at some point it makes me question, like, what's your point? Are you trying to convince me to to say that, oh, whoopsie, my bad. I see how morally correct you are, and I shall change that or not. I don't know. Like, at some point, another lesson is, like, not everyone's gonna agree with you. I already knew that going into, like, making my first comment. This is my space. My space may be public. People might come across my space, but it is still my space. It's almost like if you live in an apartment and you have your windows open, right? And you're just doing whatever in your apartment, like, I don't know, picking your nose, or maybe you're, I don't know, doing a weird dance or something. And it's like someone comes up and it's just like, you shouldn't be doing that because that's a bad look. And people outside in the public can see it. And it's like, okay, you weren't even invited in the first place. Like, I can't control who can and cannot see the posts I make. I didn't expect you to see it. You don't agree with it, that's fine. You never followed me in the first place, so you wouldn't see such disagreeable content. It's how it works. I don't even know who Puglie is talking about on TikTok. Right? I'm so good at keeping secret identities, you know? Maybe Puglie fans got together and destroyed their home. Oh, I appreciate the sentiment, and also I hope not, but I appreciate the sentiment. That pure chaotic energy is pure chaotic, vengeful energy is what I really appreciate. Like, in concept. If there's ever a point where, like, there needs to be a call to arms, then I appreciate it a lot, but I don't know. I always try to spin these things into more positive ways. Like, instead of tearing down the other artist, it's like, if you can share my post a little bit more, share Puglie a little bit more somewhere, add a comment saying like, hey, this really made me happy or made me smile. I feel like that means a lot more to me. Like, it's the same energy, it's the same idea of support, it's just, it's either, like, moving it towards a more positive way or a negative way. And so that's why I try to really, like, refocus and be like, hey, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this is in line. I should really get guides out, but I'll defeat the fun. Yeah, it's the same energy, I just want to direct it in a more positive and perhaps, like, quote-unquote productive manner. Because no matter what, I feel like Puglie keeps getting stolen, and, you know, the only way to truly combat this is not fight every thief, because there's so many of them, but to make Puglie more known, so that even when he does get stolen, people can see him and be like, oh, that's Puglie, like, someone's just stealing Puglie. But yeah, it's such a bummer for artists. I feel like the rando really it's just that dense. I know. I personally feel it too. A call to arms. We poot at dawn. But yeah, sorry, my train of thought just, like, kind of crashed and burned as I'm writing out poo. Oh, there we go. I found my I found my train. It's really such a bummer for me and other artists that create simplistic characters. Because it's so easy for even other artists, but I want to say normies, to just look at it and discredit it. It's like, oh, it's so simple. Like anyone can draw that. And it's just so hard to explain to people to make them really understand. It's one thing to be able to draw a simple character. It's another to actually create one. Like, you can create a simple character, but can you keep that character's proportions? Like, can you figure out those characters' proportions so that you can draw it all the time? And it's also another thing where I realized this early in my art career, because I used to have art books on like God of War, World of Warcraft, and stuff like that. And those character designs are like so detailed. There's so much detail. Like when they draw an orc and its armor, it's like you can see every strap of leather, and if they have like a tiny keychain on their belt, like they'll draw that too. It's just so dense with rendering and information. And that's certainly one style of art. But what I kind of realized is when you create such detailed art, you can get away with a decent amount of things. Like, your proportions don't always have to be, super great. Some things can be a little wonky, but just the amount of detail and almost like visual noise, the amount of content in a single page that your brain can look at, it ends up filling in the blanks. So even if like something is off, it's like, oh, this picture as a whole is totally fine. But when you have a simple character, say like Kirby or something, right? If someone super amateur draws Kirby, they probably can. But is that a perfect Kirby? No. Because a character like Kirby, like Pusheen, you get the feel of it, but that exact curve of that single stroke, the placement of those eyes, how far apart they are or close or whatever, every single stroke and degree of curve and detail matters on a small character, on a very simple character. And it's just, I don't know, I'm not saying that like one type of character design or artwork is harder than the other by any means. I'm just saying that there are pros and cons to both of them. But it's so easy to discredit a simple character because most people feel like they can draw it. Whereas if they saw someone like concept art from World of Warcraft, they're like, oh my god, I need to draw like armor and a keychain on a belt and all these details. Like, oh, that's so hard. So yeah, it's a real bummer when I do these kind of comments and call-outs. I call it a call-out because I'm still like sharing the image, right? And I'm ready to base that like someone's gonna say, this style isn't unique. It's just a pug. How presumptuous of you. How presumptuous of you to think that someone stole your work, like someone saw your work and then decided to steal it. But yeah, it's a real bummer, my dudes. Alright, I poop you. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Seeing another, oh, sorry. I had a rando criticize my commission prices because my art is simple styled. I just, God. Yeah, like just copying an already existing drawing versus actually creating a drawing and character is so different, right? Like, there's honestly no other way to explain it. I think you said it exactly, that it's so different. Like, you can look at Pikachu, and you can look at him and be like, oh, Pikachu, like I can draw him, two sharp ears, make sure you have the red cheeks, I don't know, dot eyes, and so long as you have the Thunderbolt tail, it's like, it's okay. I don't know where the stripes are, but that's fine. And it's like, that's Pikachu. But like, where were you when when Pikachu was created? How come you didn't create Pikachu? Seeing other artists make better art and charge less, I was like, I actually work really hard to develop this simple style, thank you. Exactly. And that's another thing too, like, in the same vein as saying, like, these simple styles, every curve matters. Every dot and stroke and line matters, because there's no other detail that you've included in your simple style. So the weight, like the actual power of each and every one of these elements carries so much more importance. And we spent time, perfecting and refining the style. Like, I can draw a very detailed pug. I don't want to, but I can, because that's easy. I just look up a reference photo of a real pug and go from there. But to be able to spend that time, look at what a real pug is, and figure out what the core components are, like what's the essence that you want to carry over. What's something that really stands out to you? It's almost like caricatures. Everyone looks different. Everyone has these features. Everyone has an eyes, nose, and lips. But like, really good caricature artists are able to pinpoint like the defining features that really make a person like noticeable, recognizable, whatever. Whether that seems to be like a bigger forehead, or smaller lips in proportion to like bigger eyes or something like that. That's literally what they do. And I feel like that's the lack of respect that I would say artists like us, who streamline our designs, who spend the time refining and simplifying our designs, are so rarely regarded upon as being like useful, or having such a skill, Yeah, I don't know. It's like Hello Kitty could have been a very realistic looking cat. Mickey Mouse could have been a really, really gnarly rat with like Mickey Mouse could have looked like Paddington Bear, but a rat. Like, I guess a mouse. He's called a mouse. What what do you expect? Ragonia, I feel you. But that's like I'm just gonna gush about you. This is why like I love your style so much. I like it in my younger years. I very much very admired God of War, World of Warcraft, like that kind of very hyper. It wasn't even hyper realistic. It was just like overly detailed, right? And of course, I can still appreciate that, but Misaki, hello, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. But ever since I really, boiled down to designing Puglie and creating like, I don't know, I literally sat down and was like, what shapes do I want? Where do I want to put these shapes and everything? I was able to truly admire what it takes to create a simple character. Not just like a notable one, but just a simple one. And that's why I personally love your art so much, because your command of color, the punch that you give every illustration because of that color, and then the punch, it's that color on top of the refinement of your style. Like, I don't want to call this type of art simple anymore. I want to call it refined, because that's literally what we do. We take all this information. It's almost like, it's like if World of Warcraft art was like a 5-page essay, we take that and we give it to you in Sparks Notes. Filtered, refined, whatever you call it. Like, your art is so refined in conveying the type of character that you want in there, especially your ghosty. I love your ghost. But like, the curves on your ghost, the shapes that you create along with the bold colors, just it makes my brain so happy. And it would be so different. I mean, it would hit a different part of like my brain, probably, if you made like a very realistic couch and a very realistic ghost with a lot of, I don't know, like old school cross hatching and everything. I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. It's almost like an old timey book. But there's something so much more to me, just so joy-inducing when I see your art and the refinement in all that you create. So yes, that's me gushing about you. Thank you. I have to fight realism when I draw, like, especially the longer I draw. Like, if I'm drawing all day, I start to get closer to references as the hours go on, and I'm like, no! Thank you. I call it stylized. Yeah, stylized. Oh, but here's the real kicker. You know, that same person was like, I don't see how this is a style, or like, I don't see how the style is unique. And I mean, again, if you didn't agree with me in the first place, that's fine. I can't explain to you what a style is, but yeah. But no, I feel you, because, you know, I draw a lot of food with Puglie, right? And of course I have to look up reference images, and then I have to feed myself because I get really hungry when I draw without being full, and it's a bummer. But, you know, say if I'm rendering like lettuce, or one of my proudest things that I've rendered is takoyaki. Like, when something's deep fried, conveying the shine of oil and the texture of deep friedness, like some burnt areas, some like, you know, mid-tone areas and stuff, in the style that I've created is like, my styles are already very limited. So I'm like, how do I convey this look and feeling with the limits that I've created in my style? And I've always been so proud of what I've been able to do, like what I've been able to figure out. And to people like, you know, that are gonna be like, I don't see what the big deal is. I don't see that this is unique or whatever. They're gonna look at my style and be like, oh, all you did was a couple of like dots and circles. Like, that's not hard. I can do dots and circles. But it's like, can you make these dots and circles look like something that's deep fried? If you can, why haven't you? Are you not interested, or just never thought of it? Because I mean, that's kind of the whole point. It's that I thought of it in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. Whenever I talk about style and the simplicity of style and stuff like that, it gives me almost like my own self pat on the back that I've been able to figure things out like this, and I'm proud of it. But it's also a real bummer that so few people respect it. But I'm glad I'm in a community of people that get it, or I would say have eyes. So yeah. But honestly, last night I didn't get a good amount of sleep because I was just um, you know when your brain creates scenarios of like possible futures and they're always the worst. I'm like, what if I reach out to this person and they never read a thing I say, or even leave me on red, and then decide to make the Pug character a an ongoing thing? Or what if I catch they, you know, are heavily inspired by another Puglie GIF that I created, or another Puglie illustration that I created, and so I have to really take it, more public because I'm not getting a response. And then I have all these people that are like the person that commented on Twitter, like telling me that my art's not unique or special because like it's just a pug. And I don't know, I just felt really bummed out by all the possible bad scenarios. And then I just laid there in my bed and I was like, oh, having a real bummer time, and it's like 5 a.m. Can't sleep. If they make the Pug character an ongoing thing, I'm gonna come and get their ass. Oh, Angel, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. I feel like at that point I would, not that I would warrant it per se, nor encourage it, but I'd be like, hey guys, can you help me out kind of thing. But man, I gotta admit, I don't know how many of you guys are on TikTok in terms of like posting content or even just being very active on it. But I've seen some of the worst comments or like the worst blow-ups on TikTok. It's like the amount of young people that let's be real, our society doesn't really appreciate art, and just have no filter, no I don't know what to call it. Like, is it courtesy? Is it manners? Whatever. It's just I've seen TikTok comments and be like, man, this is worse than YouTube. So yeah, in a way, like that's also why I try to spin, any kind of quote unquote call to arms to be more positive and more directed at me. Because you can't deny if someone just wants to tell me that, like, my character is cute. That's really sweet and great. But you can, like, argue and deny if, like, one of my supporters went to, someone else's profile and was like, hey, this is Puglie and stuff. And, they're gonna be like, oh, it's just a generic pug. Like, why? That's not stolen or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like there's more avenues for people to be shitty about it. Oh, dude, people are mean on TikTok. For real, people are so mean on TikTok. These kids be mean. Oh my god. Like, damn, man. I've definitely relished in times when there have been consequences for some people. Like, very few people, but like, let's be real. Sometimes it's just like, it's nice to see some form of just desserts in a way. I only do time-lapse videos on TikTok, and even then gotten some weird interactions from randos. Oh, like, the heck? Like, what? If you don't mind sharing at all, or just like, I don't know, revisiting or something, it's totally okay if you don't want to. Oh, also, Mex Blackhead, I know you asked about, like, oh, can some of the clouds be, like, heart-shaped? So, for this version, for my version, I'm gonna make it heart-shaped. but maybe I'll add some hearts, like some red hearts in between the text, because there's so much space. But for outside the clouds, I'll make it heart-shaped. Like, I don't know if you guys caught any of the drama on, like, not artist TikTok, but there was a TikTok made by a girl who was like, getting my first luxury bag with my dad or something like that. Like, she was so excited. She made a TikTok about her visiting this, like, nice handbag store, or, like, nice brand and stuff. And, like, picking out her bag, and she went with her dad. She was so happy. And a lot of the comments that she got was like, this brand isn't even luxury, or you know, that kind of like backhanded comment, like, who's gonna tell her or something, you know, that what she's getting isn't even luxury or like expensive or whatever. And she got a ton of those comments, just like shitting on her joy. And so she actually, you know, did that thing where she made a TikTok replying to a comment, right? And, you know, she went out to talk about, first of all, the context is that she lives in Singapore. For probably a lot of people that don't know, Singapore's rough. Like, it's expensive to live there. So she's talking about how growing up, like, obviously her family didn't have a lot. And like, you know, there were times when her family had trouble affording bread. Like, her and her family would, you know, walk around the mall and stuff, and, you know, they'd only look, not touch, because they know they can't afford it. And so finally, sorry, hold on, let me get my facts straight. B, was the bag $80? Yeah, so, like, was that $80 CAD? Probably, right? Because it's Singaporean. Oh, okay. So, so the bag that she bought is $80, which, like, in North America, or also if you know, like, I don't know, brands like Dior, Chanel, Michael Kors, Coach, or whatever, like, bags go from, I don't know, $200 to, like, thousands of dollars. So the bag that she was really excited about was $80, and her dad bought it for her as, like, a gift, and it's her first luxury bag. And so she's telling the story of, like, her family has had hard times growing up, and the fact that she was able to choose out a bag that her dad was able to buy her an $80 handbag when there have been points in their lives where they can't even afford bread, it means a lot to her. And so she's pointing out the privilege of a lot of these people commenting on how, like, it's so nice that you don't have to worry about $80 to buy a handbag. But, you know, she's so proud of her dad for being able to save up all this money to get her a gift. And it's like, damn. Anyways, I went to check the profile of the person that she replied to, and they changed their TikTok name and also locked their account. So, I don't know, sometimes I'm just like, people deserve things. And I am not shy about feeling that that's deserved. Maybe not like the amount of focus on that one person, and obviously, like, no other person that commented with a shitty remark or a privileged remark is going to learn. They're probably gonna forget about it, move on with their day, kind of thing, right? But there's a little comfort in me knowing that one person, hope maybe one person, learned their lesson. Just like weird, like, kids using mean humor. Like, I've never met these rando kids and they using, like, banter with me. Oh yeah, when they get, like, weird chummy with you. Yeah, when they get, like, super, like, if you're friends, like, I'm the type of friend that kind of make like banter jokes with you, depending on you as a friend. Like if I know you can't, like maybe you're a little softer or whatever, then I'm not gonna rag on you so much, right? But if you're the type of friend which I'm pretty sure you can take it and you laugh it off with good humor, like I'm not gonna make anything mean, but I will take like little jabs. Like one of my friends is taller than all of our all of our friends that we hang out with, so I keep joking about like how she has this height privilege and stuff like that. And like, sorry, we're so short. I guess in many ways we're just kind of ragging on ourselves too. Um, but you do that with a friend, not with a rando. I wonder. I feel like the comments are part of what makes TikTok Reels popular. So it leads to people all trying to be funnier than the video. Yeah, also that too, right? Like everyone's trying to one up each other, which sometimes means mean too. I feel that. That fits my theory, huh? Also, sorry. Kid once said I was tracing and was gonna call me out for tracing when I was doing line art, and I was so scared. Like, oh my god, does it look like I'm tracing? It turns out they were joking. No, oh my god. Oh yeah, I'm always worried I did something wrong on accident. Like, I mean, here's another thing too, Vanilla Sherry. Is like, there really are people out there that think like you're tracing when you're doing like a normal process of your artwork. Like, what was it? I think like one of my friends did. What did she do? I think she did a sketch on like actual paper and then scanned it into her computer and was doing a refined sketch of it, like a much cleaner sketch digitally, and then doing line art. And someone, I think, no joke, accused her of tracing. It's like, oh, I can't believe you call yourself an artist and you're like tracing. And I think there are legitimately people out there that are that dense. Or like when you do transfers from one piece of artwork onto another. Like say you have a reference image, right? And then you're kind of redrawing it on canvas so you can paint it, and someone's like that's cheating. Like, huh? What? These are some really wonky, lumpy hearts. They get the idea, though. I always just guess it's dumb kids, because often it is. Yeah, for real. But I gotta admit, the threshold, the spectrum of age in which to call these people dumb kids is getting larger and larger. I'm finding even like the person that I was because of course I check out their profile. The person that I was arguing with on Twitter, they're like, I don't know, 20 something, 21, 20 something. And I'm like, that's not a kid. That, like, you're an adult. Why? Like, what's happening? What? Why is the? Oh, true. I was really dumb as a kid, to be honest, and we got like legit kids on the internet now. Yeah, like, I'm. What am I? I'm a '90s kid. Like, I'm an actual 1990 kid, and I am so thankful that I grew up at in the age of internet just barely starting. Like, not barely starting, but like there wasn't as much social media. Like the only thing around that was popular enough was Facebook, and um, not that many people were online. Definitely not news outlets or businesses and stuff. It was just like if you say lawless land, that is actually a lawless land. Nowadays, you have like Google reverse image search. You can find the source of everything. If you really wanted to, you could find like the actual artist that created something, or if something was plagiarized from somewhere. Like, it's different, man. And I'm just so glad that my entire internet life, for the majority, was playing on games on Cartoon Network, coffeebreakart.com, Neopets, and I joined like a couple of game forums like Counter-Strike and MapleStory, and that was it. Like, and all those are kept in time capsules. They're just there. And yeah, I know for a fact that back then I was cringe, like so cringe. I think we all were, we all go through it. But at the very least, our cringe and our meanness or whatever is kept within our circles, or it's like within ourselves, or in our diaries or whatever. I don't know, like journals or whatever. There's nothing as public as the internet, which is where all these kids are doing these things and affecting each other. We could be mean to each other in smaller circles, yeah, for sure, and it like very rarely would like leave our circle. For real, yeah, I love those kid game sites, right? Oh my god, simpler times, just load it up all the time. Spent my entire, like, my mom would be so pissed. I loved Cartoon Network games, right? I also did Disney Channel and Nick Online games too. I think I did Nick for a little bit, but like for some reason Cartoon Network was always my thing. Which is funny because in Canada, we didn't have Cartoon Network, or at least like the cable channel, the cable package that my parents got did not have Cartoon Network. But it was such like a, you know, you would always see the outro for it when you watch like Dexter's Laboratory or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I think at some point I realized like you just add .com to the end of business names and you would get their website. Because like no company back then was like, visit cartoonnetwork.com, or at some point they did. They had commercials that were like, visit cartoonnetwork.com to play like all these games with your favorite characters and stuff. But back then I just learned to add a .com to words and figure it out. My dumb child antics will die with the Sanrio game site I ran around on. Sanrio game site? That's so cute. Like, yeah, like that's where our lives were. That's where our history was. Didn't need to go any further than that. This is so cursed in so many ways. I'm also gonna... I know, like, out of principle, I would have kept the ears a different color, but I feel like out of actual design, I will color it the same as the skin tone, purely because I want there to be a distinction. Yeah, like maybe I'll just leave it like this. Because like when the ears were just that, like the same shade of pink as the midsection, I just felt like it got lost. Huge, the child internet hacker. Oh, if Neopets.com works, I wonder what other .coms there are. Maybe the darker pink for the ears, like inside the train. Oh, same for the little mouth. Oh, so that darker pink is already the color for the tongue. Um, I'm pretty sure. But like, there's no other shade of like darker pink that will facilitate this. But let me try tongue red, like red bread. Let's get Puglie's iconic red. Puglie's iconic red is a little too close to this pink. Yeah. It's alright though. I think I'm okay with the pale. But I'll leave the tongue the same pink as the inner one. Oh my god, he looks so dumb. Let's see. You know what? This is fine. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's fine. People know it's an ear. I mean, people don't know it's an ear because it's a train. You don't really know what the anatomy of this is anyways. Alright, thanks for going on that adventure with me, guys. We're back at it. But yeah, what else? Like, honestly, I think that's all I'm really thankful for. I keep thinking about it all the time. Because you see so many dumb mistakes being made now online. If the kid gets into like a lot of trouble, like bullying, or like they blow up in a bad way, there's so much information you can get. Like, I've seen countless kind of like call outs on teenagers like crappy behavior that really blows up on the internet, and people find like their parents, where their parents work, where the LinkedIn is, and stuff like that. And it's like they get real consequences, but in some ways it's like, dang, if you didn't have the internet and just stayed like, you know, crappy in your own circle, and you perhaps had the space to make these kinds of mistakes, maybe that's probably the better thing. Like, I'm not saying being a crappy person, like everyone needs to be a crappy person through their teenage years and stuff, but I think what we need is the allowance to make mistakes without it being so public. And that also includes when, you know, these kids are being mean. Because no one ever expects when they get the internet roulette, and like they blow up in a bad way, and they're gonna get like really bad consequences, or whatever consequences there are. Because, you know, when you blow up on the internet, it's for good and bad. And I think another issue with not having the space anymore to make these mistakes is you get these, on the other side of the spectrum, these kids that are super, I guess the only word that I can describe it when I see it described online is Puritan, where they're like, you can't make a mistake. If you say one wrong thing, you're canceled. If you don't follow like what we think is right, like, you know, you're a bad person. It's like you can't grow without making missteps. And so, I don't know, the internet is wild. I don't want to be on it. I want to be on it because I meet cool people, but then there's also, like, again, the internet roulette where I might get people like the person I was talking to yesterday on Twitter, and I just feel like I don't want to be on here. My time is worth more than this. it creates like a circle of fear for everyone. Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, if you inadvertently find yourself in this type of friend dynamic where it's just like the circle, it's either an echo chamber where none of you grow because you keep telling each other like, yeah, this is the right thing to do, this is like the good thing, this, etc. Or you if you find out that your views are changing or something's a little different and you want to explore other avenues, and you know, you dare to ask a question or something, it's like you're immediately called out. And that's the thing with these types of circles too. They shut down conversation. It's I feel like it's very much like my way or the highway with a lot of these places, and it becomes really alienating for people that, you know, maybe they are a little bit leaning more towards like being against you, or maybe they were on the fence to begin with, but because of such an unwelcoming attitude that these types of circles or cultures give to others, it's like you end up pushing them away. I know, at this point I feel like I've reached an age where I'm an old man yelling at clouds. I mean, even as I draw this, I wonder how many people will know the reference. But at the end of the day, I want to create Puglie for myself. I always created him for myself. And I'm here to have fun with them. And if you end up having fun with Puglie, the least I want to ask is credit. Just a little nod. A little nod that there was an inspiration. But this is going to be this month's Sticker Society's exclusive sticker, and I'm also going to make an actual greeting card with them. I don't think I'm going to do the exact cutout with the clouds and stuff, because I don't know if my local printer can do that. But I'm still going to make a card of it. And then it's going to be free with every shop order, just for fun, just for giggles. Oh shit, what up, Ralph? Hi, Dan. Thanks so much for joining. How have you been? What's good? What's good? We were just ranting, lamenting on you know, back in the day, internet back in the day when it wasn't so social media and public, and you could just go on there, play Neopets, make mistakes where you needed to, and grow from it without being canceled. Oh, Dan, I've delivered all of your books but one. I don't actually see Charlie that often, so probably at Fan Expo I will give it to them. But oh my god, what's good? Oh yeah, the Neopets and Gaia days. Yeah, for real. When I handed your book to Kristen yesterday, she was like, do I have to read this? And I'm like, well, no, you don't have to read it. You can read it if you want, and if not, like, you know, he's not gonna come test you or anything. It's just for your own benefit if you want. And then she's like, oh, okay. It turns out Kristen apparently doesn't read a whole lot, but you know, she has the book now, so it's in her court. It's up to her. I'm gonna fix this heart a little bit. looking a little too wonky. Thanks for delivering it. LOL, workshop is over. She's still afraid of homework. She's like perpetually afraid of homework. I think when she meets you for the first time, she's also going to be nervous. I think. I'm not sure. But it's going to be, oh my god, it's going to be so funny. If we have that kind of like meetup hangout. And then you sit down and you're like, all right, so did everyone finish the book? Oh, but there was definitely some I don't want to say like controversy, but yeah, when I introduced or said that the book is by Gary V. Hooney especially was like, nope. But I think you know about you know, the impression that Gary V gives, and also like, I don't know. I was trying to defend it in some way that like within the book, he seems very self-aware of the culture he inadvertently created, and that he often calls out in his book. So I don't know. Hopefully that's enough for at least like everyone to give it a try. I'll open up the conversation like it's a book club. So what did you guys think about chapter 2? What did you think it meant? But also, Kristen is just like normally nervous about meeting people, so there's that. But it's gonna be so fun. Alright, little heart over here. I don't know, Dan, were you intending like the hangout to just be like a really chill hangout, or did you want to in-person workshop, a little bit of both, I guess? Because I feel like inadvertently, whenever, you know, con people hang out, we end up talking a little bit about work anyways. Alright, let me fix this over here. And that, I am gonna just be lazy. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Just keep it casual and let it take its course. Fair, 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 fair. Are you excited for Emerald City? What's good with me these days? I just went on a little long rant on like how, not a rant, well, kind of a rant, on how this week has been like a little bit rough. But that's solely because like I, not actively, have been dealing with an animator on TikTok whose pug design in their animation seems very inspired by Puglie, and I've been trying to get a hold of them to just like, I don't know, talk it out, or you know, go towards him candidly, not saying like he stole the design or whatever, but maybe he happened to see Puglie on the internet and an off chance, maybe it left an impression on him, and so he automatically drew it like that. I'm realizing these colors seem very off. And so, I've been trying to get a hold of him. I'm gonna try other avenues after stream today. But because I just like made a post about it on Twitter, not mentioning his name whatsoever, but it's like a side by side of a cropped image of his version next to, you know, my Puglie, and specifically the Puglie that I felt like was what was referenced. I then had a I guess like a Twitter debate with some rando that just like wouldn't leave me alone. Like, no matter how often I would be like, you know, your opinion is completely valid. You don't have to agree with me whatsoever. He just like kept coming back and trying to tell me like, oh, this is such a bad look. I look at you as such a negative light because of this, and it was ridiculous. I've got 3 more before Emerald. No time to be excited. Pain. No, I'm just gonna move. Oh, there's no room to move everything. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna leave it here then. So I've been kind of dealing with that, and then with the oh, here's an update. I didn't have time to like really tell you. Is this the post you put up 2 days ago? Yeah. So how should I explain this? I got on a call with one of the other friends that, you know, managed 4fans at the time. Basically, like the other co-owner, and he wanted to touch base on what like the initial friend that I reached out to promised me or like said he was able to do and stuff. I'm looking at it now and I don't actually know which one is yours or his. I mean, Dan, thank you, but also I'm a little offended that like I'm a little offended that the one that I think is a little worse you think is my skill level and my drawing. But thanks, Dan, appreciate it. And it turns out that maybe my friend overpromised a little bit in terms of like having the storage space and stuff like that. But I'm not fretting, I'm not panicking, because I immediately messaged Suze to kind of touch base with her on like, you know, the options that her friend was offering and what can be done on that front. And I also have another person that owns a warehouse in Seattle. Like, her job is fulfillment. Well, why is there a white... Oh, I know why there's a white dot there. And so I'm reaching out to her to kind of see like what her rates are and yeah, how that's gonna go. So we'll see. But I'm not... I don't know. I'm past the point of panicking about this. I feel like I'm quite certain with how I can go and where. I have pitched $12,000 for the entirety of the inventory, and I'm waiting to hear back. But yeah, that's really about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll see. We'll pick it back up after this. Oh my god, wait, 3 other conventions before Emerald City. In the US? Alright, and I'm gonna move this. Why did I even color it in? Bonnie's fulfillment guy in OKC is apparently looking for more work. Oh, okay. I will also keep that in mind. I'd be curious though, to potentially know more if he happens to want more work and what that can entail. I'm so excited for Fan Expo! Yay, Mel! Are you helping out with Dren again? I feel like I asked this briefly, but I feel like also yes. just gonna do this. Oh, and I'm gonna hide the text so I can color that. Oh, I know why I did that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know whether to call these colors ugly or not. Like, definitely a bold choice. I think I might rejig the colors a little bit once I'm done filling in everything. But I don't know that he's got enough storage for your 293 pallets. And yeah, I've got 4 in the States. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many pallets it's gonna be for the entire inventory. I know at least my initial order is 3 pallets, so that's a little bit more doable, I guess. No, whoops, wrong. Oh wait, I was gonna color these hearts. Or I was gonna add hearts to the text. Okay, I will do that. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just color these hearts as is. Because I think the red really balances out everything. So I'm gonna actually here. I'm like looking at this, I'm like, ah man, it doesn't kind of work. Because I can see how like them not being clouds makes sense. Because it's kind of like weird to have these red clouds. And the clean version of the heart makes more sense, especially to tie in the heart that's on the carriage. Because if I leave this like that kind of gray, it's a little like there's no balance. The colors may be, in my opinion, very wild and off, but their compositioning with the colors and stuff is very, very smart. Yeah, I am, but if you need help, let me know. We have a lot of hands. Oh, Mel, you guys always do, but thank you. I will definitely let you know if I need, like, a pee break or anything. Kaio, hello. Thank you so much for joining. Oh my god, this is adorable. Thank you. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna fix the hearts. I'm gonna revert back to the original. Which is fine. At least we went down this avenue. We know it's not our thing, but we got this. Oh, and I'm gonna delete this. Kaio, how have you been? How's your week been? Are you looking forward to anything this weekend? And color. Alright, back to the drawing board. Oh yeah, Bergonia, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but if you are, you should probably be preparing for stream really soon. Thank you for dropping in, and thank you for being here. I just want to say my like, you know, goodbyes to you before you need to head out in case I missed your message or anything. But thank you for joining in and chatting and I guess bonding over the fact that no one respects our stylized art. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. This will be the new sketch reference. If you end up deciding to go with him, I'm pretty sure Bonnie and the other artists would probably be willing to rent out a storage together or something. Okay. Interesting. I need to send an email off to the woman that owns the fulfillment service in Seattle. I think just to kind of ask like what the rates are and stuff. Because I know she does fulfillment for a couple of other artists. And I have met her briefly at both Emerald City and also New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con was when I first met her. it turns out she's the wife of the original creator of Emerald City Comic Con, so I was like, oh, that's really cool. So we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I know, right? Small world. There we go. Oh, yo, my hearts are coming out so perfect, and I didn't need to. I can just keep this heart because you're a normal one. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Wish me luck on reaching out to that artist, that animator. I really hope a nice, just cordial, respectful conversation and understanding will come to. Sorry, holding my breath. My classes start this week. Just hanging out and drawing in my bullet journal. Designing my February cover page. Aw, getting a head start. Very nice, very nice. Oh man, I've personally sworn off normal sticker sheets personally, but I'm excited to bring in more journaling stickers, like the really teensy tiny stickers, because that was the first time I've ever seen Puglie so small with the Sticky Club collaboration, and I just thought they were so cute. And like, I think the repetition of them, like, you know, a couple of days are paydays, a couple of days are like laundry days. You can mark it in your calendar, you can mark it in your journal. I think that's really, really cute. So I want to create more of those on my own. Good luck. Thank you, Desire. Yeah, I will buy those so fast. I'm keeping the Sticky Puglies forever. No, use them. I mean, keep them forever. I appreciate it, but also use your stickers. I also think they're different enough from my normal collectible stickers, which are like my vinyl 3-inch stickers, which I honestly kind of use as a vinyl toy substitute in ways that yeah, it works. Oh, okay, but here's one exciting thing that I think I brainstormed literally 2 days ago in the shower, because that's when your best thoughts come. I think this year, and starting with my upcoming Sticker Society post, so you guys get a little heads up, I'm gonna have a giveaway every month. It's gonna be connected to the Sticker Society post, and basically the rules are you comment, you tag a friend, I don't know, a friend that you would, I don't know, any friend, honestly. One submission per person, obviously. I don't want to spam of people, like, submitting 50 times. But just tag a friend, your best friend or whatever, or someone that reminds you of something that you saw in the Sticker Society. And you can leave a comment, leave an emoji. I haven't really figured out the rule of that part yet, if at all. But the prize would be a free Sticker Society set for that month. So if you're not part of the Sticker Society, and you're the winner, then you get the Sticker Society that's featured, that you commented for that month. Sorry, I'm like, my words are not formulating properly because my brain is like lacking sleep and it's hitting me. Basically, you get a free month of Sticker Society if you're chosen the winner and you're not already a cult member. But if you're already a cult member and you win, thanks Quantinator for the hydration. Fancy seeing you here. Hope you're hydrating too. I know this isn't much hydration. I'll finish this and then I'll open up my canned drink. You can't make me use the stickers. This is my first time doing a bullet journal for the year. It's fun so far. That's so sweet. I'm sure you've heard this tip before, but like, don't put too much pressure on yourself to like fill out every page or like, you know, stick to a certain look, especially if it starts feeling like a drag. Have fun with it. Be chill. It's supposed to be relaxing. Just enjoy it. Don't put too much pressure. And I say this because I personally, when I wanted to start my bullet journaling, put so much pressure on like the look, the formatting, and everything. And then at some point, I was like, yo, if I want to put a post-it note in here, I'm gonna put a post-it note in here. That's just what it is. Hey, Quan. So, yeah, if you're already a Sticker Society member, though, and you win the giveaway, then you get to choose between an extra set of the Sticker Society offering or 3 stickers of your choice from my store. Like, it can be from the Sticker Society Vault, it can be just like you can get old Sticker Society offerings, or just like normal sticker designs from me, whatever the case. And hopefully that's a little incentive for even cult members to join in on the giveaway, have some fun. And yeah, you get that choice. I don't know, I just figured it'd be a little fun thing. For the longest time, I've wanted to facilitate more giveaways, and ironically, you would think like when I had Beth on my team, this would make more sense. But in a way, it's like, because I've taken back 110% control of my social media, and I've been, you know, tending to it and watering it, trimming it and stuff, I feel like I'm able to coordinate these ideas with myself a lot faster. And especially since I have the help of Kaja on the shop side, it frees up so much of my capacity. I mean, I'm still overwhelmed in some ways, but I'm just really looking forward to experimenting with more ideas, so long as the shop is taken care of. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna combine this and then that, save, and let's color this in. Ooh, when did you start up again? Wait, my online store? Like, when did I officially reopen it? Good advice. I was worried having monthly themes would be daunting, but I love designing the covers. That's so cute. That's such a nice gesture for the giveaway. Oh my god. I'm glad you like it. But, in terms of, like, your journaling and making those covers and stuff like that, like, yeah, I feel, keep up with it if that's, like, what's really important to you. And, yeah, again, just don't feel too pressured. Like, don't feel like I'm not inspired to make this title page, or I want to start a new idea with a new style, but like, oh man, I already have 5 months of the same looking title page. Like, no, I think a real charm with bullet journaling is you're supposed to progress with the year. It's something that you can look back on and be like, I did this month, I did that, and I genuinely think that part of that look back is, yeah, if your style changes. sorry, I don't know if you guys can see on the screen very faintly, but there's like a 0.1 px of an outline somewhere, and I need to find it now. There you are. So yeah, like if your cover changes midway through, then that's just part of the story that you're telling. When you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I wanted a different style of covers now, and so that's why I started doing this. Oh, whoops. Let's see. How do I do this? There we go. That. Solid. I feel like most people prefer having control over their social medias when they aren't like a giant company. Yeah, I say as a social media manager who likes managing small business accounts, but it's nice to be able to focus on your own socials while some of the more daunting tasks of business can be handled by another team member. Yeah, I feel that. Like, Beth really did help me a lot, and it became like a huge weight off my shoulders. And I think if anything, it really gave me a break from social media more than anything. Like, at some point I was getting really burnt out with the numbers, the algorithm, all that stuff. And I would spend so much time on social media answering things and stuff like that. But now, after I've had that break, I'm able to just really appreciate, like truly once again appreciate like the comments and in the stories that I want to tell, the voice that I'm bringing to my social media. Because that's another thing too. At some point, like before hiring Beth, I felt like I got caught up in what I was supposed to be posting and how I was supposed to be saying things. Like, oh, what will the social media like? Okay, I sound like an old person. What will the social media like? I saw it on the YouTube. But it's like, oh, what kind of captioning does the algorithm like? What kind of captioning will get like the highest engagement? What this and that. And like part of being a small business is that you are a business. You need to optimize these things. You need to understand these things, right? But another part of being a small business is understanding you and like and depending on if you care a lot about it or not, like it's sharing your story. Oh, I gotta head out to prep for my stream. Thanks for the company while I worked on some future cat pins. Future cat pins. Vergonia, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad I caught you before you left. Have fun on your stream. Thank you so much for being here, chatting and bonding over our stylized styles and being underappreciated. I hope you have a great time on your stream, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And yeah, so like I'm at a point now where yes, I will. Some of my posts will be like how I want to represent Puglie, and oh my god, cat pins. Yes, Vanilla Cherry, you should like click over to Regonia right now. She's gonna start streaming at 5 p.m. and she does like just amazing art. Like it's so great. Yeah, how I want to convey Puglie, and also how I want to convey myself as like an actual human being behind this. And I found that, yeah, having this break and not worrying about what will make whatever metric happy was just so freeing for me. So, if anything, Beth took a lot of weight off of my shoulders, but she also gave me this break to just find myself. Alright, that's a sketch. What is this? Oh, this is probably the reference picture, isn't it? Yes. Okay, I don't need you anymore. I think this is it. And if I did it correctly, this is a... That is a weird size. Huh. Okay. It works. It works. I think Procreate got a little confused. Um, save. This definitely save. And I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make this into a greeting card. I'm also gonna make this into a sticker. I need to sync it up with my goggles. And I have the full set. And then, all right. I feel like I still have a little bit of energy, and it's only like 5. I usually go to 5:30. So let's try to just chat, and I will sketch out an idea. I'm gonna leave this up just because it's funny. And let's start off a new canvas because I want to 72 DPI, or you know what? No, I'm gonna keep it 300 DPI just in case. And I want to create a new like Sticker Society post. I want to create a blind box, like almost like my Sticker Society cult offerings are a blind box, and at least on Instagram you can swipe it to open it. Wow, silly ideas. Terraside, hello, thank you so much for joining. Glad to see you again. And yes, thank you for loving the card. Alright, I'm gonna catch up on chat a little bit because I went on another just like ramble. For the progressing and looking back on, trackers have always been my favorite things ever. I use pixel trackers, and the cover pages are also existing as a type of tracker, because each one will have the theme based on whatever song I was obsessed with the past month. I've been doing like a couple main elements and imitating a font, but I can already feel myself wanting to add more abstract elements instead of illustrations. That's so cute, Kaio. Oh my god. And that like that song aspect to your covers, to your journaling. Oh, that's so good. One of the coolest things that I learned about my friend is she makes Spotify playlists based on years. So she'll make a playlist every single year. It's just like 2023, 2022, or whatever. And any song that, you know, she fell in love with, she would put into that year. So she can go back to like 2018 and find like literally all the songs that she discovered in 2018 that she was in love with. And I found that so cool. Also because like she's a very like she loves music. She sings for fun, and she like, you know, plays, I think, like the guitar and stuff like that. So like that's very much her avenue, and I just found that like so cool. A break can help so much. Yeah, I feel it for sure. And I feel like this is relevant for not only social media but art, writing, like anything, any kind of like this sphere of creativity, where a break is just needed to recalibrate, find your voice, figure out what you're about now. Because like that's the thing, the way you express yourself, the way you the imagery that you like, the way you write, the way you talk can change every year. So why not just take some time and yeah, just meet yourself, figure yourself out, go on a little retreat and be like, who am I? This looks so good. Thank you, Desire. That's such a good idea. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, brilliant, right? I've been too lazy, but I think definitely something like such a cool idea. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, if Puglie was a vinyl toy, one thing I always, you know, my favorite shape is a carton. I love the shape of milk cartons. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they look like tiny homes, I don't know if it's because like there's the novelty of the carton and like, you know, drinking milk from it, which granted I never did as an actual kid. Like, I only got like milk cartons during pizza days. Actually, get that chalky milk with your cheese pizza. Thinking about that combo now is kind of gross, but that was like the slapper back then. Elementary pizza days. And there are definitely some blind boxes that are just like carton shaped. Alright, so if I were to make a blind box, it would be carton shaped. Either that or like a dog food can? Because that'd be pretty cute. Like what shape? What container, I should say. This really feels like Puglie. That's such a cute idea! Aw, thank you! Like a dog food can would also be cute, or a Spam can, because I do love my Spam. It's trash meat, but it's good meat. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I have controls. I was crisscrossing my arms, reaching the keyboard. This is probably like very off in perspective, but I will figure it out as I go. And I don't. Oh yes, this is very off. Let's move you down. No, not like that, not like that, not like that. Oh my god, dog food can be so cute, right? Like the little round can. I'll do that as a second idea. Like, pull the tab. Oh, okay. No. Vanilla Sherry. Oh my god. I think you got it. I think you got it. Like, yeah. Like if the blind box or like, you know, this digital blind box is like pull the tab. Oh, and then let's see. Pulling the tab is going this way. If I have like the tab pull like going this way, it's almost like it's recreating the swipe on the phone, right? Because like if I did this like an Instagram carousel, it's like you swipe left, swipe right. I don't know, I don't actually know the swipe directions, like I don't know like which way it's going. But yeah, if I had the can tab almost like going this way, it's almost like recreating the motion. Okay, wait. New layer. I'm gonna hide this. I'm just gonna draw a normal ass can right here for now. And let's see. I really shouldn't need to be this detailed in a way. Circular can. I mean, in some ways it looks like a tuna can, but also all dog foods kind of look like that. So all pet foods look like this. This is a can. Oh yeah, question for you guys. When you think of a thing, like, can you that be satisfying to swipe? I hope so. Okay, I'll figure out the perspective of this so that it feels like a really good swipe. But like when you guys think of say an apple, Do you guys see the apple in your mind? Like, do you actually get an image? Um, are you able to like move it around in your mind and stuff like that? Because I learned from my shop manager Kaja that she actually has aphantasia, which is um, that she can't see images in her mind. Like if I ask her to be like, "Oh, imagine that we're gonna put these products on this like colored shelf or something," like she understands, she knows what red is, she knows what like the basic structure of a shelf, and she obviously sees what my merchandise is, but she just doesn't see that kind of image. Like if I ask her to imagine that, when people tell you to imagine something, it's like to visualize it, right? And she can't see it, she can't visualize it, and I thought that was the most interesting thing. Because for me, especially like say when I'm drawing this can, I'm like, oh, imagine this, and I literally see this can in my head. That's why I'm drawing it. If I need to move it in a 3D space, it takes me a little bit, but it's there's some things that are hazy, and I'm not gonna draw the right perspective all the time. But at the very least, I really get the shape of it and what I want to do with it. And hold on. So if this peels up, but yeah, it's just I never thought of it, never questioned it. I was just like, oh yeah, imagine something like this. I can do that. But it's so wild to me, just how brains work. I mean, I still can't imagine a horse. Like, if you told me to draw a horse, the legs are still gonna be super messed up. I don't know how do horse legs bend. I don't know. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's in some ways like I obviously have to know what something looks like first to actually see it in my head. But then the level of detail is something I have to study too. Like I haven't seen, I know the components of a can lid thing, I think, and I know how like that lid will peel up. But this part, as you can see, it looks like a snowshoe, and I have no idea what this actually looks like and how to construct it. This is when I will actually need reference. But oh man. It's either I do something like this, like in this view, or I do something more top down, which is like I actually recreate the can tab, like so. But you have the pull tab here. Like at this point, I'm just drawing a soda can tab. I don't know if pet food cans have the same kind of tab. But then, like, what would be printed on top of this? That's like, like as immersive as this, I think this style is, this version is. I think having the can is kind of like a cuter thing, and then I can put text around it, like oh, like can of cult offering, like cult offering can, or can of offerings. Something like that, like, because it's not it's not a box, so it's not like I can call it a blind box, but it's like blind can. So like the Sticker Society can of cult offerings. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. It's crazy to me the levels there are, like how some people can imagine things like picture perfect clear, while other people can't imagine anything. I can only imagine things very hazily as well, I think. Oh, okay. Like, some parts for me is like depending on how much I studied something, right? Like I can imagine a bicycle. I think like the level of haziness, it's almost like from a distance, it's like, yeah, I know what a bike looks like. But then if you tell me to draw a bike, I'm like, let's see. That's like when my mind's trying to zoom in on what a bike looks like. It's like, okay, well, you have like these like handlebars. Like, okay, nothing is in proportion. So you have these handlebars, and then of course you have a neck thing, but like, oh, does that neck point outwards or inwards? And then you have the extra liggy, the wheel attachy joint, and then you have the wheel, this thing, the Stokes, and then you have this bar, and then from here it's you have that triangle, and then at this point, like my mind is like, I don't know which way that triangle is supposed to be going. Like, there's a triangle somewhere, like this, and then the pedals are here. Is this bicycle coming or going? I don't know. It's like, I think, yeah, when you say like you see something hazily, it's like I know what a bike looks like. I can see it hazily, and then when you ask me to draw it, and I'm trying to visualize it, to draw it almost like I'm my own reference. I'm like, that. But alright, y'all. It is 5:15, and I think I just feel like I feel like all the tiredness from talking in my throat is hitting me. So I think I'm gonna call it an end to today's stream. But thank you all so much for brainstorming with me on like this can idea. I love it. Thank you all so much for being here. And thank you for finishing the I poop you card with me. It's so good. Yeah, and for those of you that were here for the entire time, thank you for listening to me rant about just a bummer of a week that I've been having so far. But all of you have really made my time just giving me the space to rant about this, listening, giving your little like quips and stuff like that, really means a lot, and I'm really grateful for all of you listening and spending this time with me. It's definitely a highlight of this week. So, wow, you just drew a bicycle. Is that a bike? I don't know. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Dan, for being here. Terracide, thank you so much for being here. Vanilla Sherry and Desire, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate all of you. It's such a cute card. Thank you. Happy Lunar New Year. Yes, Happy Lunar New Year to all of you this upcoming weekend. Have tons of good food. I hope you're, taking in those red pockets. And I really hope that you're going to have some really good quality family time and everything. If you want to join in on the raid, I think I'm going to, send some love and send the raid over to Ragonia. And I'm typing on my iPad very poorly. And I also hope that this command will work on my Steam. Uh-oh. 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 Can I not raid on the iPad? I cannot. Okay. Hold on. Hold up. I got this. Since I'm not drawing, I don't need to worry about the lag. I got this. We're gonna send some love over to Ragonia, and then you guys can see how amazing her artwork is. I'm not even joking when I say that, like, I love the punch that her art has. Everything is just so good. Oh wait, it did work. I'm just like, it's going. There's no, sorry. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. If my man don't give me this card, I don't want him. It's okay. I promise you'll get a card. Everyone, come February or even like a little bit before, I'll make a post about it. Every order is going to come with one of these cards. Consider it a Valentine's Day from Puglie to you. And again, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. Take care. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Take care. All the best. And bye-bye. Till next time. Wait, did the raid go? I don't... Are you guys still here? Oh, shoot, you guys are still here. Ah! How do I do this? Okay, wait. I got this. Stress. Wait, Kaio, are you still just here? I got sent to the raid, but I came back because it says you were still live. Oh my god. I'll see you guys there. Kaio, Max Black Cat, thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you guys there. Bye.